today we're going to be doing an extensive review of the DJI Mavic 4 Pro that I have just over there. And yeah, on my previous channel, you could see that I had a little teaser about doing an unboxing in the DJI store in Copenhagen. And I couldn't turn it on and fly it and make a review for you guys until we got back to the US because I needed to have Camera Fresh in case this very expensive drone broke. And Camera Fresh wouldn't work if I turned it on in Copenhagen. It'd only work in Copenhagen if I turned it on in Copenhagen. So I had to wait back until we came back into the US and then do the first power on, so that the Camera Fresh, because I bought it previously with the actual drone itself, the 2-year plan, I think. So that Camera Fresh would actually work. Yeah, anyway, yeah, let's dive into it. So, Oh yeah, here's an overview of the key new features and specs of the new DJI Mavic 4 Pro. First, the release date was supposed to be May 13th, 2025, and the Mavic 4 Pro was going to be released globally until DJI had some problems, and it's unavailable in the US until today. But like you've heard, we went to Copenhagen and went and bought it because, of course, you can't miss out on this. Anyway, let's get into the final specs. So, the specs of the camera are very nice. The triple camera setup that, as you can see, the main one, which is at the bottom, is a wide Hasselblad camera, the 4/3 inch CMOS sensor, 100 megapixel camera with a variable aperture from all the way from f2.0 to f11, and it supports up to 6K at 60 FPS HDR or 4K at 120 FPS video. The medium tele camera, which is on the right side, I believe, is a 1/1.3 inch 48 megapixels camera, up to 4K at 60 FPS HDR and 4K 120 FPS. Tele, which is a 1/1.5 inch, which is on the left side, is a 50 megapixel camera, delivers 4K at 60 FPS, crisp HDR, and up to 4K at 100 FPS. Another perk that the gimbal has is that it has the vertical shooting capability where it can turn 90 degrees to the left or to the right. I forgot which one to start shooting vertically, so you can put it in a YouTube short, an Instagram feed, an Instagram video, or a TikTok. So, yeah. Anyway, next we have the 360-degree quote-unquote infinity gimbal. No, it's not so infinity because it only goes until a certain point. But people do call it the infinity gimbal because of its ability to spin 360 degrees to the left or to the right, like this. But, of course, it stops spinning 360 degrees at a certain point, so if I keep spinning, it eventually stops and reflects back there. If DJI actually made it infinity where it can go forever, that'd be pretty cool. Just maybe it's a little too much to ask of this already pretty expensive drone. Alongside the maybe seen in some leaks, electronic ND filter. The electronic ND filter was hinted in for the camera lens in all the leaks, but it still hasn't shown to come out. Something that I've seen is really cool about the camera, though, itself, is that if you move this to the side... Wait, I don't have that many hands right now. Okay, wait, let me do this really fast. If you twist this, just like a mini camera lens, basically, you can see there are all these pogo pins, and nobody knows what these pogo pins really do. And maybe it's hinting to the Mavic 4 Pro's new launch of their electronic ND filters. Just DJI hasn't come to show anything, and these pogo pins do go nowhere, and then there's only just the magnets that hook in. So yeah, that's pretty sad. That's something that's basically the only thing that's been leaked that hasn't. Great. Now let's snap the camera module back on, and then we're gonna look at the flight performance and stuff like that. So it can go up to 51 minutes per battery. Of course, that's what DJI says it goes up to. But, of course, it won't actually reach 51 minutes in normal flight time. Maximum speed is about 18 meters a second for normal mode. Sorry, that's not maximum speed. It's about 18 meters a second for normal mode, 25 meters a second for sport mode, which is about the same as 60 miles an hour. And then for normal mode, it's about the same as 35 miles an hour. Anyway, there's also the omnidirectional sensing, and it has the 6 low light fisheye sensors, and then the front the front bit has a 0.1 lux lidar, a forward lidar sensor. And the 0.1 lux really does help it get the really good nightscape obstacle avoidance compared to the Air 3S, where DJI claimed it had nightscape obstacle avoidance, and yeah, it didn't really work that well. So yeah, DJI is back with their nightscape obstacle avoidance, and it works a lot better this time. Next, with the connectivity and control, now we have your DJI O4 system with a 10-bit HDR transmission in its camera. So the video transmission, so the camera gives 10-bit HDR to the DJI O4 DJI O4 transmitter, and up to 30 kilometers with FCC transmission, and then 15 kilometers in CE regions. They should be only bragging 15 kilometers because this only is officially released in like Europe and Asia and stuff like that, and not even the US. So it's kind of funny, like if you were actually not able to bring Mavic 4 Pros from other countries to the US, I mean, they shouldn't be advertising 30 kilometers because FCC is in the US. Anyway, for controller options, we have the DJI RC2. Of course, we all know that, the 5.5 inch 1080p display. But then we also have the better one, which comes with like the better kit, I believe. If you get the one with the RC2 kit, I believe it comes with a 64 gigabyte internal storage. But then with the RC Pro 2, the Creator Combo, it comes with a 7-inch rotatable mini LED display, so you can rotate left and right. And I only have the RC2 to show you guys today because I didn't have that much money on myself while I was doing that. And then the screen is really nice, actually, a lot better than the RC2 in bright days, because it has the 2000 nit screen brightness, Android-based OS, and what's a lot better about it is that you know how the DJI RC2 you can't exit the DJI Fly app even though it runs Android. With the DJI RC Pro 2 you can swipe it and then click the home button on Android. I forgot what that's like. It's like the circle or whatever. And then you have like Android home screen. You can download like Firefox and all that stuff, and it's pretty cool. Yeah, what's really cool about the screen is that you can flip the screen from this to this, and there's already a sensor that turns the camera here to vertical shooting mode, which I think is a really cool plus. With the Fly More combo that comes with the RC2 controller, it comes with a 100-watt USB-C brick, and it comes with 2 USB-C ports. And with the two, this is the one I got. With the 2 USB-C ports, you can plug one into the charging hub and then one into the actual controller. And it comes with 3 batteries. The Creator Combo, it adds the RC Pro 2 with 512 gigabyte storage. But the thing is, it comes with the 240-watt charging brick. And instead of plugging in the charging brick with USB-C, Mavic 4 Pro has a special plug that makes all 3 batteries charge at once really fast. That's the parallel charging hub. It's a really special plug. But then it cuts it down to only that special plug and then 1 USB-C port instead of 2 USB-C ports that charges one at a time for the parallel charging hub. Anyway, yeah, I mean, the camera is really revolutionary. The 100 megapixel Hasselblad with the 6K at 60 FPS, 6K 60 FPS video really set a new higher bar for compact drones of this type. I mean, this drone weighs 1 kilo, which is a lot, to be honest. I mean, when it's takeoff weight, you'll need a lot of registrations. Like, I have the FAA registration number right here, and I can't show you guys that because I don't really want you guys to see that. Anyway, actually, it'd mostly be fine. I mean, it's not like you guys can do much about it. But anyway, yeah, and the triple cameras, the rotating gimbal, and the portrait mode is really cool about this drone. It comes a little bit more pricey, but what would you expect? This is a really good drone for a really good price. At least if you have some money on hand. Anyway, there's a lot longer flight time, and yeah, O4 Plus transmission makes it have a lot longer battery range. But yeah, that's about it for the specs, which is a lot. And this is the longest I've ever taken to talk about the specs. But if that's about it, we're going to move on to the flight test. And yeah. I'm going to go into our backyard and take this for a flight test. Let me just grab my RC2 and then I'll be right back. We got our RC2, so let's just turn it on really fast. And then let's open up the antennas. Flip them. And look at that nice display. I mean, it's not much to look at because it's been there for a long time, but if you don't know much about the RC2, it's cool. Also, one of my other RC2s broke because I dropped it and the stick was still in, and it pushed through and broke the gimbal. So you can see this part of the gimbal is still not there, even though that is. So we just took it apart trying to fix it, and of course, it didn't work. So let's just let this boot up. We are out in the backyard, so let me just turn on the Mavic. And of course, the power switch is embedded into the battery, like DJI's bigger drone tradition. Of course, if you didn't know, the lights look a little interesting. For me, I just see 4 solid green lights, but because of the frame rate of the camera I'm recording at right now on my Osmo Pocket 3, it looks a lot different, and that's because of our persistence of vision. But yeah, so it practically instantaneously connects, and what a really cool feature I want to show you is that as soon as I take off, even though I have 0 satellites right here, even though I have 0 satellites, it can still update the home point. So let's just take off really fast. And there it is. The Mavic 4 Pro has taken off. So it looks really nice, but something that I want to show you is that, look at this. I have no satellite positioning signal right now, and yet I can update home point. Like, look. See, look, if you see the home point markers right here, even though I have 0 satellites, no signal, which is super cool. So I can update home point with, I don't know what, like AI or something, but this is really cool. And I love DJI for this new feature because I'm always waiting for like a good minute for all the satellites to come in. So let me just take off the drone and fly it a little bit farther away so we have less noise. See, this is super suspicious because if you look at the back, you can't see any backward sensors, but yet I can click the back button on here and I see the backward sensor, just some like random one that DJI is utterly not wanting to show, maybe for aesthetics purpose, but I don't know. So let's try seeing. Okay, see in here. Let's try seeing to find out where the sensor actually is. So let me go like this. Oh, so okay. So actually, the sensor, so you see this grill, this like supposed fan grill, there's actually a camera sensor in there right now, I believe. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah. So that's where the camera for the back is, and that's super cool. Yeah, so we're gonna land it, and yeah, let's land it. Actually, before we land it, let's take it for a little more of a flight. So let me take it up. Again, it's for the privacy of our home. I'm not gonna show you for too long. Okay, so now that we're a little farther away from our home and like people who are doing bad things can't track like where we live, you can see here, and I'm going to show you the roll gimbal feature, which is a really cool feature that I'm about to show you. Let me just set up my gimbal so you can see it a little bit better. Okay, so the Mavic 4 Pro, when you do this, it can zoom in up to 24 times. So watch this, watch. So this is 1 time zoom, this is 2.5 times zoom, and this is 6 times zoom. And then, of course, it can go even farther, up to 24 times zoom in the burnt Palisades. Look at this, look at this. So this is 24 times zoom. This is what we're seeing at 24 times zoom. And then 1 time zoom. It's truly insane. And yeah. The next feature I want to show you is that if you hold, when the Mavic 4 Pro comes, you have to hold the C1 button, which is this, and then this is C2 on your right ends. You hold the C1 button and then you hold the zoom dial. So if it holds it, look. So now you can see that little viewpoint. It's rotating, it's super cool. And then I can just click the C1 button again and it'll fix itself. I can also click C2 to go into vertical shooting mode and I only see vertical, which is really nice. And then of course there's all the other features. Of course we got like the vertical angle for camera, and then we can just, yeah, we can fly wherever we want practically. Wow. Oh shoot, there's a Cessna right here, holy crap. Holy crap. Holy crap, bro. Did you just see that? If you probably could have heard, but this Cessna was like, I could see it in my drone's view. It's like 30 feet away. That's like actually, oh my God, the FAA will probably come and arrest me now. Okay, anyway, I mean, I'm not breaking any laws technically. It's 236 feet only, but anyway, we can do a little speed test. So let's go into normal mode. Let's higher a little bit. And then we're going to speed test in normal mode. So actually, let's try Cine first. Cine goes in real life. There's some moderate winds. So we're going to go full speed. And we are going about 10 miles an hour. Now we're going to go into normal mode. So let's go around to normal mode. Okay? And then we're going to look at the speed. So we're accelerating a ton faster. We are going about, I believe we're going downwind. Maybe, I don't know. We're going about 36, 37-ish mile an hour. Now we're going to try sport mode, which has the advertised all the way up to 60 miles an hour speeds. So now there's no obstacle avoidance, and then we're going to try it. Okay, we're accelerating a ton faster again. 40, 47, 8, 48, almost 49 miles an hour. Yeah, 49, 50, about 50 miles an hour. So 52 miles an hour, 53 miles an hour, 54 miles an hour. Okay, so now we're going to try downwind, or just the opposite, IDK if it's downwind. So now we're going the opposite direction of the wind, and it's clearly going a lot slower. It's going about 40 miles an hour. So this way is downwind, and then this way is upwind. We just learned something new. So let me come in for landing and tell you my final thoughts. Okay, so we're successfully landed, and let me just bring this inside, and then we can show you all the rest of the kit and my final thoughts. I love how you can just squeeze both ends and it automatically pops out like it's spring-loaded or something. Look. Pop. That was so nice. And then turn off the controller. And let's go review, but what's my final thoughts? I mean, what do I think you should get it? What do I think about it? What are the pros and cons? Anyway, yeah, it's quite an expensive drone, to be honest. The drone is quite expensive itself, and the cheapest combo comes with one battery, and it's a RC2. Sadly, it doesn't have any RCN series combos. It's like you just didn't come out with an RCN4. But, yeah, that's mostly it. It's very expensive. It's like $3,000. It's very, very, very expensive. To be honest, if you're really into it, if you know you're going to use it a lot, go for it. But if you really don't think you're going to, just get an Air 3 or an Air 3S. And if you really don't and you just want to film some cool stuff with decent resolution, just get a Mini 4 Pro or something like that. Alongside the Mini 5 Pro that's going to be coming out soon. If it comes out, I'm going to buy one for myself and unbox it for you guys and everything. Hope my channel doesn't get hacked again after I do so. Anyway, so yeah, I mean, I think if you're going to really get into it, go for it. I think if you have a little bit of experience, go for it. But if you're a complete beginner and you don't really know if you're going to be into this whole like drone thing, do some research and maybe buy yourself like a mini series or a Air series before you get into this kind of stuff. Because the Mavic 4 Pro is a lot of money to waste, and for people who are like 30 years old, I mean, Mavic 4 Pro is the price of like a decent house, a decent apartment rent. So yeah, you got to be careful with that money you're handling, right? So yeah, if you really know you're going to get into it or you already have some experience, go for it. If you don't know you're going to get into it, like, too much, be careful. Like, if you're a movie director, like, go for it. Like, if you're a movie director, like, get an Inspire 3. Like, go for it right away. But, like, if you don't really know if you're going to get into it, just get yourself a Mini or an Air, okay? I don't want you to waste your money, and this is true thoughts. Like, I mean, nobody's asked me to say certain words that I say in this YouTube video, and of course, nobody does because I'm probably the smallest YouTuber to ever exist because I have 0 subscribers right now. So yeah, that's about it, and we'll see you guys later.